Thanks. Now, yeah, aim that towards me from the cup holder. Hey, this is Father Barry, Day to Day with St. Joseph, Monday, June 7th. Hey, it's road trip. We're going to break from our long genealogy study of Joseph and the line to Jesus, and we're going to just take a road trip. So I'm heading down south. Do you know where Indian Head, Maryland is? You're way down there, Charles County. To that kind of neck of the woods, Pomfret, Maryland. When we see the sign for St. Joseph Drive, I know I'm getting close. Well, when we say we're getting back to normal, this is normal. And on the highways, we're traveling at 2 miles an hour again. Everybody is out and about. And it's going to take a little longer to get up Pomfret today, I'm afraid. But we're going. Right? Here I am at the corner of Joseph Drive and Piscataway Road. I am down at St. Joseph's Pomfret Church. It's in Charles County. And this church has been here a really long time, the early days of Maryland history in the Catholic Church. It expanded from St. Mary's County up to Charles County. It's a pretty little church, isn't it? Hey, let's get a look at the stained glass windows inside this church. There's 4 of them. You can see them from scenes in St. Joseph's life. Then we'll go outside and look at that statue again. Those 4 stained glass windows are typical scenes of Jesus, the Christmas one, the flight into Egypt, the wedding of Joseph and Mary. That was nice. Did you see that? We only got a quick clip of it because people were coming into church for the Saturday vigil and I didn't want to disturb them. And then we had a little time to shoot the one of the death of Joseph, and you see he's surrounded by lots of people. So we pray for the same in our own lives, that if we can have people around us praying and loving us, praising God, that would be wonderful. I remember in a parish I was called to a woman that was like not communicating for a month and just lying in her bed. And her family was gathering, but she wasn't responsive. And they said, "Can you just come and anoint her?" And she used to like it when you sang the Irish songs to her. So I knew some Irish songs. So I sang it, and she woke up for the Irish songs and started singing along. That was great. And then she looked around and saw everybody that was there, and they wanted to talk to her. So I stepped aside. Everybody got to talk to her. And that day she died. But she had people around her, just like you saw in the picture with Joseph. With Jesus there, and Mary, and some other women and people. That stained glass window with the dog in it, I don't understand what that means. It's cute, but I don't think it's historical. But did the Holy Family have a dog? Hey, sure, they could have. This parish was established in 1763, and nearby is a St. Mary's parish, Piscataway, and they're connected really by Piscataway Road, and about 20 minutes of country and lots of woodlands and old-time living. I'm standing in front of what would be kind of the original spot where there was a small church, but now they're very happy to have a big church on the property. People are inside for the 4 o'clock Saturday Vigil. Now if one goes the other way on Pomfret Road, going south, you have St. Mary Star of the Sea Parish. So Joseph Pomfret Parish is sandwiched right in between two St. Mary's parishes. Go figure. I don't know who names these things. Two St. Mary parishes. Right next to each other with Joe in the middle. Which one is the one that he would consider the spouse? Well, the land down here is pretty widespread. It's very different life down here. It really is. Now, I was in a parish that was started in 1776 in southern Maryland. But there's one big thing that's here. It's an airport. This is Maryland Airport. And it has 5 planes here on the property. And that's it. Maryland Airport. They got to name it first. They're probably the first airport in the state. So they still got the name. And maybe if you ever, get a liking to this area, but you have to commute to Washington, you can just take your private plane and head up. The other Christian churches are pretty small down here. There's not too many big ones at all. So this is a neighbor called Calvary Road Baptist Church. And this church fits like maybe 50 people in it. So you can imagine during the pandemic what happened to churches like this. They'd have to meet outside in the parking lot to really succeed. And with the weather changing, that became possible in later spring. But gorgeous little churches though. Gorgeous churches. Well, that's the statue again of St. Joseph coming into the property, and they have the Holy Family statue in front of the church, which is, I like that a lot. I think Many Catholic churches should have the Holy Family out front. Maybe one day in front of our bell tower. We've been pondering putting a statue there, even shopping around for used ones presently. St. Joseph's statue is coming in June this month into the church. We'll dedicate it. The plans are for Father's Day. And then we can have two statues like all the Southern Maryland parishes have had back to the 1700s. They've honored the two, and the Jesuits are to be thanked. They had all the parishes, basically, in that part of Maryland and all the way up to Pennsylvania, where there is a St. Joe's in Philadelphia that's still there. It's their key Jesuit parish. They kind of kid around because St. Joe is S.J., and S.J. is Society of Jesus, so they kind of kid around that St. Joseph was a Jesuit. But, well, he was a lover of Jesus, that's for sure, our good St. Joe. And Charles County has got a number of parishes in it, and they are part of the Archdiocese of Washington. They're part of the 3 counties of Southern Maryland. Their most famous resident is Thomas Stone, who signed the Declaration of Independence and would have been making trips from the Port Tobacco area of where he had land and business, not far from Pomfret, all the way up to Pennsylvania. He was back and forth, the most famous person from there. And the Catholic Church really gets going at the beginning of the 19th century with bishops and everything organized. But the Jesuits have Southern Maryland for a long time, including this parish we just visited. Now it's been in the care of diocesan priests. There's only one in Southern Maryland that remains Jesuit, and that is St. Ignatius Chapel Point. And they also have a retreat house. And that's just down the river from Pomfret. Now, Pomfret isn't on the water, but it's not far. And it's a very pleasant area of Maryland. But you would not believe it living there that you're an hour from the White House. You would think you're out in God's country and far from the capital. Well, thank you. I took you on this road trip just to see another St. Joseph Church in the diocese. So I got a few more left to visit and to show you. This is Father Barry. See you again tomorrow. Day to Day with St. Joseph.